The working title for this story was The Perfect Shitstorm. It was a convergence of several events that was just so exhausting for me that something in me finally gave way. After becoming a parent and becoming a stay-at-home parent and putting writing more or less to the side on the back burner, I was trying to maintain. I've been writing the whole time, but what I was writing was just not coming out very good. I was not able to finish things, and each draft was just a disaster. I just felt like I was failing somehow. It was really disturbing to me. There was a lot of anxiety building up over, I haven't done anything. I haven't made anything. So for about a month, I was having these spontaneous panic attacks. They were coming every 8 to 10 minutes. I would feel this burst of adrenaline come out from my chest. My heart rate would shoot up to 160. My vision would go blurry. My arms and legs went numb. I felt pressure in my chest, pain going down my left arm, and then I couldn't think. And at that point, that would have been an excellent time for me to be able to just take time off and relax and heal. But instead, that's when I got word that my sister was in the hospital with pneumonia, and 3 weeks later, she was dead. I came home. We had a plan to adopt a dog from a shelter, and I had forgotten about the dog while I was out in Connecticut. And I get back, and what greets me as I walk in the gate but this barking dog. And for the first time, I was having waves of inexplicable anger, and they were generally triggered by when the dog would bark or pee on the floor. She was pissing and shitting everywhere at first, and it just, oh my God, I was just so angry. I think it was the 4th day or the 5th day. Suddenly she sat up, started wobbling, and then went rigid as a board with her paws sticking straight out like this, and then just keeled over. Because she was panting, the sound of her breathing reminded me of when my sister was toward the end of her life panting for breath. It was so upsetting that I started to have another panic attack, which I hadn't had for several months. And at the moment when it would have blown up, Bowie suddenly farted. I'd never in my life heard anything like this. This was not a subtle sound. This was Gabriel's trumpet. By then, I was laughing so hard. It was hysterical. I had not laughed that hard in a long time, and I was just weeping with relief. And I think that was it's a wonderful moment where I realized she's always doing what she must at any given moment, which is, for all practical purposes, the same as saying she's always doing her best. And as soon as I thought of her in that context, my anger dissolved, and that was just such a relief. What if whatever the process is that is me, is unfolding as spontaneously and in some sense as inevitably as what is going on through that dog? And it occurred to me that if that's true, that means that at all times, whether I like it or not, I'm doing the best I can. And I think this is sort of, for me, my magnum opus in that sense. If I had to choose any of my books to represent philosophically what the course of my life has been and what it really has led to and what I think it is all about, I would say this would be it. And it's a good feeling. Of course, it raises the question, now what? Well, we'll see.